everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. I am at my office. I'm home alone. It's Friday. Like usual, I start a new vlog on the first day of the month, so it is October 1st. Can we believe it's October? It's spooky season. We love it. I didn't do a vlog this past week, and not because I didn't read. I read like 4 books. 2 graphic novels, 2 real novels, but I just didn't really vlog, and one of the books that I'm counting because I read over 100 pages was a DNF, so I just didn't vlog. I kind of wanted it to be relaxing and it just didn't happen. But this week I have a few books on the TBR. I've got a couple of my challenge books and then 3 of my the shortest books on my TBR for October. So I was going to do a Joe Abercrombie book because it's October and I read a Joe Abercrombie book a month, but I kind of want to do a read the whole trilogy in 1 week in December. So I'm going to actually hold off on reading my October Joe Abercrombie book until December. Because I was gonna have to read the other 2 anyways to finish it out by the end of the year, which I wanted to do. So I thought, why not just make it one reading vlog of reading the entire trilogy? So that's what I'm going to do. So without that, the first book that I'm going to pick up is Once Broken Faith by Shonda and Mcguire. This is the 10th October Day book. I love them. There's a convention with all of the high royalty, and October Day is the only changeling in attendance. And then when people start dying, the doors are closed and locked and she's the prime suspect, and so she's trying to figure out who the killer is in locked doors, no one can get in or out, and I'm like, yes please, it's gonna be great. And it's with the high king and queen, which if you're up to this point, then you know who they are, and I'm just so excited to see what happens. I love these books just so much, so I'm really excited to pick this up. The other book I'm going to read this weekend is the 11th book. Because I'm doing a nonfiction November, I can't read any October Day books in November, so I'm reading 2 this month. So really excited about that. And then the other 3 books on my TBR are Pearl by Josh Malerman, I think, which is people are this family is being controlled by their pig or something. They've got a voice telling them to do stuff, and it's the pig. And then I'm also gonna read The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which is, I think it's a Killing of the Sacred Deer sort of situation. And then a book that my dad wanted me to read that honestly, I just know it takes place in the West. I think there's cowboys and there's murder. He's said it's the best mystery that he's read recently, so I'm hoping it'll be good. But that's it. It's Friday, thank God. Because I don't have to read, oh my God, my hair is a mess, so sorry. Because I don't have to read the Joe Abercrombie book, I might have to take 2 days for this because it is a chunky one. I mean, 50 of the pages, no, 70 of the pages are a short story, but I'm gonna read the short story. So we're calling this 420 pages, which is an interesting number, but that's fine. I have started to work out every morning, before work, because I'm working 9 to 6 now. I can get up still with a reasonable time and go work out. So that's been happening. I did that this morning. It's going okay. It's only the 3rd day of doing it. So but you know, it's making me feel good, but that's why my hair is all wacky because I worked out. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I haven't started anything. Oh, I also need to listen to Nosferatu, which is my audiobook for the month. So that's exciting, but yeah, I'm gonna go and I will talk to you once I made progress in Once Broken Faith. Hi guys, I just finished lunch and I am 220 pages into Once Broken Faith. Yeah, I'm finishing this today. I mean, I am just 10 pages over halfway through. I'm really enjoying it. I love the whole everyone's on lockdown, no one can leave, and trying to figure out who did who murdered someone. Now someone's been elf shot, which puts them into a 100-year sleep. But the whole point of this convention is they found a cure for elf shots, and so they're trying to see if they should legalize it or not. And I'm just oh, and it's just so good. Yeah, really enjoying it. I knew I would. I have enjoyed almost every single October Day book, and I think if I went back and reread the second one or third one, I think it was the third one, knowing the consequences and what happens because of the actions taken by October in that book, I think I'd enjoy it a lot more because it's had some serious long-standing effects and consequences. But yeah, so really enjoying this. No surprise there. I did forget that I'm actually going to auditions tonight for Christmas Carol. So wish me luck, break a leg, you know, all that good stuff. I did Christmas Carol a lot when I was younger, and then they stopped doing it for years, and now they're doing it again. So I'm gonna go audition. I'm hoping that it goes well. I'm sure it will. Like, I'm sure, like, because they want to do like everyone has a part and then also understudies in case like someone gets COVID or whatever. So yeah, they're like probably gonna be hiring, or not hiring, but casting everyone. I just kind of hope I won't be an understudy. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so that's all I've got for you. It's been pretty slow today. It is Friday, so like Fridays usually are slow, so I might be able to read more of Once Broken Faith, but I am trying to watch a scary movie a day for the month of October. I also started like in September, but today I'm watching His House, which is like a couple escaping from Sudan, South Sudan, are like given this like house in England, but they have like a lot of like stipulations of like you can't like have parties, you can't like move, you can't you can't have a job because they're just refugees, and so like the government is providing for them. But then I think the house starts to be creepy, and like what a great way to get around like people being like, well, why don't you just move? Like if this house is that crazy, like get out. Like they're not allowed to. And so that I really like that. Other than like we've invested all of our money into this, we can't afford anywhere else, like that just, I think it's really overused. So the fact that it's like they're refugees and they're not actually allowed to move, I think adds a really good interesting layer to it that is not done a lot. But yeah, so that's all I've got. I'm gonna go, and I guess I'll talk to you all later once I've hopefully made more progress in Once Broken Faith. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Hi guys, it is 11:30 and I just finished Once Broken Faith and I really liked it. I kind of wish the reveals were a little bit more, like it was pretty much impossible to like decide, like the people who it was like okay. Like I wish there were more signs, I guess, to them being the bad guys. Overall, it was good. Definitely not my favorite, but still really enjoyed it. And I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The short story at the end was also really good. It was 70 pages, flew through it. I listened to 46 actual minutes of Nosferatu, and it's spooky. The narrators are so good. We follow so far 2 main characters. One is a young girl who has the power to like bike across this like old bridge that is now gone and like find lost things, and it doesn't matter where they are, it's anywhere, like at least in America so far, she'll find it. And then our other main character is a psychopath who is like obsessed with like Christmas and children. And at the very beginning we get, I think it's him in like a catatonic state, and now I think we're back in time to him like experiencing Santa land for the first time, so Christmas land, something like that. But that's also really interesting. But that narrator is spooky, like holy moly, listening to him is spooky. So yeah, overall I'm enjoying it. Only 46 actual listening minutes. I think that's like 2 hours, 2+ hours of the way through the audiobook. The actual audiobook is like 19 hours. Listening hours, it was 7 hours and 46 minutes. So I now have 7 hours left, but yeah, good. And I'm definitely intrigued. Nosferatu, the license plate has already come into play. I think this has to do with vampires. It's got to, right? Nosferatu is a vampire, so we'll see. But overall, yeah, start to October, it was very successful with finishing Once Broken Faith by Shonda Mcguire. 4 out of 5 stars. Not my favorite, but still good. But I'm gonna go to bed. I am really tired. I'm definitely flagging, and I will talk to you tomorrow when I start the next October Day book. Good night. Hi guys, it is 5:45 on Saturday, and I am 160 pages into The Brightest Fell, and I'm enjoying it. So this has to do with October's mom. She comes and tasks October to do something. That's all I'll say. And You know, I always have a hard time with books with like bad mother-daughter relationships and movies because I've got such a great relationship with my mom that I just like can't connect to it. And it just like honestly doesn't make sense. Like her mom has ignored her basically like for the whole entire series. And now she like comes just like randomly deciding, I'm gonna task you to do this one thing. And it just like, I don't know. It has taken out one of my favorite characters for the book, and I'm just like, excuse me, you dare? Because her mom takes people that are close to her and is like, you do this for me or you're never gonna see them again. And I'm just like, great, that's really fun. But overall it's going well. Yeah. Today I've done a bunch. I filmed my September wrap up. I just need to edit it now. My battery started flashing when I still had like a week and a half of books to talk about, so I like rushed through the last little bit. But overall it went fine. And then we went and did some shopping for like fall stuff and got like coffee, and then got here, and then what did we do? We went and worked out. We, being my mother and myself, went and worked out and all this stuff. So now I'm just getting to sitting down and reading this, but I read 160 pages like that, so it's going well. But yeah, I'm enjoying it overall. It's so fast paced. It's just a good time. We love October Day in this household. But I'm gonna continue reading. I do have to edit my wrap up and upload it, so maybe I should edit it right now and then just like try and get, you know, set it to upload. It's probably what I should do. I forgot to photograph a thumbnail because of course I did, so we're gonna use my generic thumbnail, and I will talk to you all later, hopefully once I finished The Brightest Fell. And you know, if I don't finish it, then that is not a big deal because I just have 3 more books for this week and they're all short, or relatively short, so yeah, it's not the biggest end of the world, but I will, I guess, let you know when I'm done reading for the day. Hi guys, it is 10:47 on Saturday and I finished The Brightest Fell and I really liked it. Again, not my favorite, but I did like it, and I think this is gonna cause some drama. Which kind of sucks. There was one thing that I was kind of, so I never hope for an amnesia plot, right? Never ever. I hate amnesia, but I was kind of hoping for it in this because like she gives up something, and she's visited in her dreams by someone, and they're like, listen, like this is gonna have consequences, like you don't even know what you've done. But there wasn't a consequence, so I thought maybe that person, either she'd forget that person or that person would forget her, or at least like forget that they had like a relationship, like that they were anything more than like enemies. And so I was like, wow, is it gonna be like, you know, is the start of the next book gonna be like he thinks she's the enemy and then like, you know, some fan fiction stuff up in here, or vice versa? But no, like they're fine. So I just like wasn't sure what that was all about, because he was like, this will have consequences, but it didn't. Like there wasn't really any consequences that wouldn't have happened even with her doing that, without her doing that. So I just like wasn't sure like why. Oh, unless it's like in the future. Whoa. You know, I might be getting it now. I mean, now there might be consequences, true, but I don't know. Okay, you know, maybe I do get it. Maybe I do understand. But like I was hoping I'd go like a less disastrous route than it will probably go. But overall, I did enjoy it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Like I can't give them less than that. I'm not gonna read the short story right now because it's about April, and like I like April, but she's not like a favorite character by any means. And I read the last short story because it tied up a loose end that like I was really excited to see like come to fruition. But this one doesn't seem to, like I read the synopsis on Goodreads and it doesn't really seem to be like necessary. So I'm not gonna read it at the moment. It is late, so I do kind of want to go to sleep. Tomorrow I am going to start Pearl by Josh Malerman, which is I think a family being controlled by their pig. We'll see. I don't have many plans for tomorrow. I might be going to lunch with my best friend, and that's all I've got. So yeah, I think Pearl is in the 300 page range. At least on the Kindle it shows like 3,000 characters. I don't know what it like ranks it by. Like it's just like, it says you're like on one of 3,000 like 500. If I'm able to finish it tomorrow, awesome, but like I'm not gonna try too hard because I only have 3 more books on this week's TBR. So I'm feeling really good about this. And if I do get through all of them, I probably will just start a new vlog. I don't know, what am I planning on reading next? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But anyways, I'm gonna go. And I guess I will talk to you all tomorrow. But yeah, finished The Brightest Fell, and I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Sunday. What time is it? 3:27 on Sunday. I haven't read anything, but I did just film 2 videos. I filmed 2 book tags for next week. Feeling really good about it. But I don't know what am I thinking? What am I saying? I have decided not to read Pearl yet. I didn't start it, and now I'm at my dad's house where the other books were. So I'm gonna read The Only Good Indians. It is beautiful outside, so I'm gonna go outside and read The Only Good Indians. It's only 300 pages, so I want to try to get it done today. We'll see. But yeah, really excited about it. Really, I think it's kind of like a killing of the sacred deer situation where some Native Americans kill a deer and then they face the consequences maybe years later. I'm not quite sure. Horror, I want to go in knowing like as little as possible. I know Kayla from Books and Lala really enjoyed this, but she also enjoyed Mannequins by him, which I really hated. So I'm a little nervous about it, but if I can just sit down and bang it out, I think I'll be okay. So that's what I'm gonna try and do right now. It's 3:30, so I have like plenty of time to do that. Today I've already gone to the gym, I've done lunch, and so now I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out for the rest of the day. Don't have any other plans, so I'm gonna go do that now, and I'll update you once I've made some progress. All right. Wow, I'm looking very blue. Wow, okay, is that better? That's better. All right. It's 5 and I'm 130 pages into this and I don't like it. It is just like, I cannot follow along to his writing. I just like don't like it. I don't mesh with it. I keep zoning out. It makes no sense to me. It's like this guy, like something happened 10 years ago where I think like this guy and his friends like murder a bunch of elk and now one is haunting him and he keeps thinking like it's possessing people and I'm just like not into it. It's very similar to Mannequins in a way that I didn't think was going to be, slash I really hoped it wasn't going to be, but it is. I don't know, I'm almost halfway through and I might just call it a day. I don't care. I don't care what happens. I don't care what's happening. I don't like it at all, which is such a bummer. I was hoping to enjoy it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm probably gonna stop. Kind of a bummer, but here we are. Yeah, so 2 out of 5 stars. Really weird, really just nonsensical. I could not follow along. Like, it just is so weird. And I'm just not really into it. So I'm gonna, yeah, call it a day. DNF it, which is such a bummer. I thought maybe because Mannequins was a novella, that's why I didn't like it. But that's just not the case. Stephen Graham Jones's writing just does not work with me. And this is just a very similar premise, surprisingly. And I just don't like it. So that's it for Stephen Graham Jones. Definitely not gonna pick up something of his again. So I'm gonna read Pearl. I don't know if I'm gonna read it today, like start it today or tomorrow, but I'm just gonna hang out, relax. We're watching some football. That's all I've got for this Sunday evening. Yeah, I'm just, yeah, not into The Only Good Indians at all. I find it very boring. I can't keep up. It is just like way too weird. Like, I'm just not into it. So unfortunately, I will be DNFing it. And also, is Stephen Graham Jones Indian, Native American? Because if he isn't, this is a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Like, if he is, then that's like one thing. He might be. I'm like trying to look at his photo and like his little about me doesn't say, but he might be. So if he is, like, different story, of course, but if he's not, then this is pretty racist as well. So yeah, not really into it. I'm gonna go, and I guess I'll talk to you all probably tomorrow, because I don't know if I'm gonna read anything more today. But I'll chat with you once I've started Pearl. Hey guys, it is 2 p.m. on Monday, and I am 52% of the way through Pearl. And it's okay, it's like fun. It's nothing that special. It's definitely not scary by any means, but I mean, I don't know what else you'd call it. Like, I guess like horror is the best genre for it, because all these people are driven to murder by Pearl. And so yeah, that's basically it. We've got like a whole bunch of different people interacting with Pearl. It's kind of like there isn't really a cohesive storyline. It's just kind of like people interacting with Pearl and like going crazy. So it's like fine, but it's nothing special. So I'm just finishing up my lunch break, but I was able to read 52% in about 50 minutes. So no, not even, like 35 minutes. So feeling good about that. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tonight. I wanted to just like go home because 911 is tonight, but we were just invited to like this cookout. So I'm probably gonna have to go to that and then watch 911 later, which is fine, but like a bummer. I like to watch it as it comes out. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll be finishing it tonight, but that's fine. I'll finish it tomorrow. I only have 2 more books for this week, and this is one of them. So not a problem. But yeah, so far it'll probably be like a 3 out of 5 stars. Honestly, it's not special. It's nothing special, and it just kind of is pretty average. But it's almost like kind of funny, like if you think about like the fact that they're all being controlled by this male pig named Pearl, and it's just like, what? But yeah, so it's going fine. I have continued Nosferatu, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm so excited for when like the 2 storylines like come together, and they do, and I'm just like pumped for it and really enjoying it. So yeah, but I will talk to you all later. Guys, it is what, Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. This hair never cooperates with me, my God. I'm at work. I did not update you yesterday, but I did finish Pearl. I was okay. It was like, you know, I don't know. I just didn't find it scary, and there was like barely any plot. So I just like didn't love it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because there wasn't anything like inherently bad about it. But it's kind of like the way everything culminated together didn't seem like much of anything, and I just kind of like wish, like there didn't seem to be a point to it. Like, okay, there's a killer pig, but it didn't seem to have like a message or underlying like thematic thing. It wasn't even like against like farming or anything. Like it just kind of, I don't know, didn't really seem to like have much of a point. So yeah, didn't love it, didn't hate it, so pretty average, gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, which honestly seems kind of like my thing with most of Josh Malerman's works, because Bird Box, Pearl, Goblin, like none of them have like done that much for me. It was just The House at the Bottom of the Lake that like blew my mind. So I don't know. Don't love his work. I like his ideas a lot, but I find he doesn't follow through very well for me. But yeah, so what I have picked up, I've read like 10 pages of so far, is Improbable Fortunes by Jeffrey Price, which all I know about this and all I think I want to know is that it's like kind of takes place in like the Wild West. I don't know if it's the Old West, but there is a murder, and it involves like a cowboy, or some people think like a cowboy did it, but I don't know. My dad really liked it, but we do not have the same taste in literature, but he wants me to read it, so I thought that this would be the best month to do that. I have made more progress in Nosferatu. I'm really enjoying it. I'm like really excited to see what happens next. It is so spooky. It is just like very atmospheric. The writing is great. The narrator is amazing. She is phenomenal. Honestly, her narration is just like crazy. It's so good. So yeah, I am currently exporting my video for tomorrow. That's why you can hear my computer freaking out. Hopefully it doesn't die. But yeah, that's all I've got for you. So I'm gonna go, and I guess I will talk to you once I make more progress with Improbable Fortunes. And I'll talk to you all later. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. My hair is just the little things, I just hate them so much. It makes me want to chop them off, but that never works. But I'm at work. I was able to get to page 150 of Improbable Fortunes yesterday. I'm not like updating you at night anymore because I'm going to sleep early, and like my dad is like still in the living room and stuff, and so I don't have like walls in my room, so I just like don't update you. But I do have the office to myself, so I can just update you here. But it's going okay. So what happened was, like, at the very beginning, we get like a prologue of like the murder, or like the aftermath of the murder. That's the book is supposed to center around. And everyone thinks it's this one character, Buster, who's a little simple. And then we get 145 pages of his beginnings. He was an orphan who's passed from family to family until he was 18. And almost every family, I think there were 3 families, and 2 of them, the father dies in suspicious, mysterious circumstances. So now that this other murder has happened and Buster was there, people are definitely pointing fingers. And so I'm hoping that part 2 is now like present day, because honestly, I just didn't care about the past. Like, I'm like, why do I care about this? Like, I get that it's showing like all of these deaths that have happened around him, but like, I don't know. I feel like that was really like showing, not telling, or telling, not showing, but like, I guess it was showing. But like, I think it would have been interesting to keep those as reveals, where you're like not sure who to believe, but then like stuff keeps coming out about like people that have died around him, and then that's like a red herring for like who the murderer is, unless maybe he is the murderer. Like, so far, do not know, but that's because I've been in the past for the last 45 pages. Can't remember how long the prologue was, but I'm just like these could have been reveals, and instead you just gave them all away. Kind of a bummer, but what can you do? So that's all I've gotten to so far. I'm really hoping that now, because that was part 1, I'm really hoping that part 2 is now back in the present. And I don't know why it wouldn't be, because it's like his family life is done unless he's got more murders attached to him. We'll see. But I am kind of hoping at this point that he is the murderer, because that would be like surprising, but probably not, because he's our main character. So we'll see what happens. I don't really have anything else to talk about. It's fine. The author, like, I get why he's doing it, but like our characters, like, he writes words phonetically, where it's like, instead of I'll do this, it's all AHLL. And it just drives me crazy. Like, I get it, but like, I hate it. It's really like one of my least favorite things is when authors write things phonetically so that you get like, so that you read it in that tone of voice, because it always trips me up and it takes me right out of the story. God, this hair is awful. It just takes me right out of the story, and I hate it. But yeah, that's all I've got right now. I'm just at work, hanging out. I'm gonna listen to more of Nosferatu today, obviously. Really excited about it. I'm like, it's like really good, and I'm really excited to see like where it goes from here, because there are so many pages. This is a long book, and like our 2 plot lines have like crossed, but I think they're about to go separate ways again and then like come back together. So really excited about that. I did kind of want to show this shirt that I'm wearing. It is so cute. It's got Botticelli's Primavera on one half. It's a button up, and I love it. I love Botticelli. He is my favorite artist, and so I saw this and had to get it, and I'm loving it. It's also so thin and so soft and like really nice quality, so I'm really pumped about it. But I'm gonna go to work now. My arm's getting tired. I had to do pull-ups today for my workout, and I hated it. So I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you later. All right, it's 6, or almost 6, and I am going to be watching Bachelor in Paradise tonight. Maybe the entire finale, but probably just an hour of it. But I have read another 100 pages of Improbable Fortunes, and sadly, we are not up to present day. It's like slightly less in the past, and it's just kind of like, okay, what is the point? Like, we get it. He's the scapegoat. People try to make him the scapegoat. We get it. Like, we get that all these things happen around him. We get that certain people don't like him. Like, can we just get to the present? Like, I don't care about any of this stuff. I'm just like, this is not a mystery thriller. This is like some historical life story thing, and I'm just not loving it. I find it very boring. I just don't care. I'm just like, okay, I kind of, if I knew where the murder mystery started, I would jump to it probably, because I just don't care. I just don't care. And the only reason why I'm continuing reading is because my dad wanted me to read it, so I'm just like, fine, I'll read it. But it's just like, it's just not doing anything for me. So yeah. Ugh, not loving it. It's just kind of very, very average right now. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read any more today because I do have Bachelor in Paradise. Don't know, we might be watching the whole like 2 hours. Not sure, depends on my best friend. And then got like Chicago trilogy tonight, so who knows. But I'm gonna go and I'll talk to you later, probably tomorrow, let's be honest. Hi, it is Friday, and I finished Improbable Fortunes yesterday. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. I thought it was pretty boring, and like the twists at the end, like, were not alluded to at all. Like, it just kind of like, I didn't feel like there were red herrings. I didn't feel like there were, like, yeah, stuff was surprising, but in the way that it was like that wasn't even like nothing was alluded to with that, or I don't know, like nothing was foreshadowed about that, and it just kind of all didn't make sense, and it was just really weird to me, really weird. So I gave it like a 2.75 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I'm a little bummed about it, and like I thought it would be more of a mystery slash thriller, and it really wasn't. So I chose the wrong month to read this. But anyways, now I am going to read a book that wasn't on my TBR, but it came, and it is the perfect month to read it, and that is Kingdom of the Cursed, and I'm running out of space, so I'm gonna have to go, but 2.75 out of 5 stars. Okay, I cleaned out my camera. I also edited and scheduled another book tag, and I realized like I wanted to save this book tag for Halloween because it is the Halloween book tag, but then I was like, oh, I don't have any more videos, so I gotta do it. And then I'm like, Max, your fairy loot came in. So I'm gonna try and maybe film at lunch here, even though I know the echo is really annoying. I kind of want to do that to then maybe be able to edit it and schedule it for like tomorrow, or just wait till I'm at my mom's house. But like also, I don't know, like this is like the only place that I'm like alone these days, and so it would be like nice to be able to get it done. But I do know that the echo can be annoying. Should I just do it anyways? I kind of wanna. But to go on what I was talking about, I am going to pick up Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the sequel to Kingdom of the Wicked, which I really liked, which is about this girl whose sister is murdered, and she's a witch, and so she's trying to figure out who killed her sister, and she like uses a spell that ends up controlling a demon who is named Wrath to help her. And there was a cliffhanger. I'm so excited. I read it as an arc, so it has been so long since I've read it, but I just remember what happened. And but like I'm a little confused on seeing the like artwork that people have done for this, because I'm just like, I thought like maybe the love interest was going a different way, but I don't think it is, which I'm actually really happy about because I really like Wrath a lot. So really excited to pick this up. I'm giving myself like the whole weekend to read it, but let's see how many pages there are. I know there's some bonus content as well, but I'm not gonna count that because I don't like have to read it. Okay, it is 436 pages. Okay, a little longer than I thought it was, but that's okay because I'm giving myself 3 days. But basically it's gonna be 2 days because my best friend is coming over and we're like getting to takeout and we're gonna watch like a scary movie. It's gonna be a good time. So not sure if I'm gonna get much reading done today, but tomorrow I do have to take my car in to get an oil change, and then my dad and I are going like further into Idaho Falls to like do shopping and stuff. So we'll see if I can get some reading done there, but I am driving myself, so no reading time while like in the car. But I always like find ways to read a bunch in Idaho Falls. I don't know how, but I just do. So we'll see. I'm really excited about this though. And then I don't have many plans for Sunday, so I'll hopefully be able to get some good reading in. But yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, already uploaded and scheduled a video for like a ways away now. I was gonna do it for like Saturday, but and then I probably will film my Fairy Loot unboxing here, because like why not? And I'll talk to you all later. Hi guys, it is Sunday and I am 236 pages into Kingdom of the Curse. So I have 200 pages left and I'm enjoying it. The romance, like the angst and the longing, and like, oh, I'm really enjoying it. I really like Wrath as a romantic mate lead. I think Carrie Maniscalco, like her first series, gave us Thomas, who is like the respectful, sweet guy who like appeals to a lot of parts of me. And then Wrath is like the exact opposite, but like still like, you know, he's not like mean, and he's not like, I mean, he's like a demon, right? He's a king of hell or a prince of hell. So like, but he's not like a bad guy. But he appeals to like everything else. So Carrie Maniscalco really has two love interests that just complete the entire package for me. But I am enjoying it. The plot is like finally starting. Like the first 170 pages, honestly, 180 pages, honestly, did not have much plot at all, and now we're really starting to get into the plot and I am enjoying it. I don't really know like what the plot is supposed to be. Like I'm just like a little confused on how this is even connected to the first book. Like I get that like there's a portal or a doorway open between like hell and the real world, so like demons are escaping, but like we haven't really gotten much of that in this book. And she's like convinced that like I think her sister's like alive or something, but her sister like died. So I don't know, but it's also been a while since I read the first one. Like even before it came out I read an arc, so like who knows. But overall I am enjoying it and I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight. I did just film my September Fairy Loot, so I think I'm gonna read 100 pages of this and then edit and upload my Fairy Loot and then finish this. Really excited. The romance is really doing stuff for me. Gonna be honest, I'm definitely enjoying the romance a lot. And I do like our main character a lot, Amelia. I think she's smart, and I think like she's cautious, and every choice that she makes like totally makes sense. So I'm like really like, good for you, girl. Really into her. I love Wrath. He's just so steamy. Their romance is quite steamy, and something was just revealed that I'm like really happy about, and we'll see how it goes. I'm also like not sure, is this like the second book in like a trilogy, or are there gonna be 4 books like Stalking Jack the Ripper? Is it only a duology? Like, because I'm not sure like what the plot actually is, I can't like tell if it would be able to be wrapped up in 2 books or not, like because they're just like not a lot is like given about like what her motivation is and like what's supposed to be happening. So anyways, I did get these earrings today that I am so excited about. I'm gonna try and show you. They are inspired by Girl with a Pearl Earring by Rembrandt, and I love them. I was able to see this painting when I was in DC in like 2017, and I did love it, and I love these. I think they are gorgeous and I'm so excited about them. But anyways, that's all I got for you. My battery's flashing, so I'm gonna plug this in, edit my vlog, and I'll talk to you once I finish this. Hi guys, it is what, 6:45, and I just finished Kingdom of the Cursed. It was okay. The ending kind of was jumbled and didn't make a whole lot of sense, and I wish this in the first book too, that we had more of her twin, and that the stuff that we had of her twin we liked, because in the first book she seemed like a spoiled brat, and then she died. And so it was like her doing all this stuff to like get revenge and to avenge her. I was like, why? She seemed like a brat. Like, she did nothing for you. She was awful. And then something happened where I'm like, I think it would have been more impactful if we had liked her to begin with. But, and maybe people do, but I couldn't stand like what the 3 chapters we got of her in the first book. I thought she was awful. So I was like, why are we sad that she died? Why is she going through all this stuff to like avenge her sister when her sister sucked? But I do like the romance. The romance saved this. I really like Amelia and Wrath. I think they are so great together. I love Wrath. I mean, like, really, Carrie Maniscalco did this. She gave us like a very sweet love interest who I love, and also like the tall, dark, and handsome love interest that I also love. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. The romance was very steamy and it ended well, but there wasn't really much of a plot until like the last half, and a lot of it didn't even seem to like go towards any of the plot. It was just like interesting scenes where it just kind of didn't matter in the end. Like they built this party up to be this big thing, but then we got like not much of it, and so it just kind of like didn't feel necessary. So yeah, the romance saved this, but the plot really let it down. But yeah, I am kind of hoping that this is only a trilogy, because honestly I don't even know like what the plot is anymore, because like the sister thing has like almost been wrapped up, but I don't know, like the last book isn't gonna actually be like a sister story. It's gonna be like a different plot, and I can't say anything else without like giving spoilers, but like it will make sense what I'm trying to say, I think, like once you read it. But it just like, I don't know how this is gonna work. So I really do hope it's going to be a trilogy, because if it's any more, it's gonna be so ridiculous. Like, it will not need to be that long. But yeah, so 3.75 out of 5 stars, which means this week I read 6 books. I read the 2 October Day books, which I gave in varying amounts of 4 to 4.25, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Pearl by Josh Malerman, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars, maybe even less. Then I DNF The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which I gave a 2 out of 5 stars. Then I read Improbable Fortunes, which I gave a 2.75 out of 5 stars. And then I finished Kingdom of the Cursed, which I gave a 3.75 out of 5 stars. So overall, a fine reading week. Loved the October Day series books. Enjoyed Kingdom of the Cursed. Loved the romance. The others fell flat, but I'm gonna go because you can probably hear that downstairs, and I'll see you next week. Bye.